Thank you, thank you. Dude, the music here is so good. I thought this helm might afford a better view of our surroundings. A poor decision in hindsight. Besides the light from the ship, all is shrouded in darkness. If Thancred is here, I'd never know it. From what I can tell, we are near the edge of an island, if you can call it that, surrounded by floating debris. Alfie, you're just standing right in front of the dragon, my goodness. See if it works. Thank me for streaming this, Norton. Were you able to find anything? As I feared, and still no trace of Thancred. Hi, Helmet. There's nothing but emptiness as far as the eye can see, which, unfortunately, isn't very far. I can't help but suspect that someone, or something, is here. There are times when I sense it drawing close, and then a chill washes over me, leaving me exhausted. Leaving me with feelings of death and anguish. That thing, it's a dragon. What are you talking about? There's nothing there. Before we jump to any conclusions, perhaps we should search elsewhere. Agreed. We've only found more questions when we are in desperate need of answers. There's a fair stretch of terrain from the ship's starboard we've yet to explore. Let us try searching that then. Okay. Sorry, this is a serious moment. A word before we join the others. But yeah, that would explain why Alphino was standing so close to the dragon, because he doesn't see the dragon. That's at 85%. I don't really think I can make it there. Well... Dude, the f***ing sky. Okay, I knew it. I knew ESTINIEN had to see them. Because obviously... ESTINIEN. You see them too, don't you? The dragons. Yes. As I thought. The presence is tenuous at best, but there's no mistaking it. No doubt your bond with Midgard and mine with Nidhogg is what allows us to perceive them. Could these apparitions be related to the dragons that now live on Ethers? Better to leave such conjecture to the others. In any case, we must be careful. We may soon find some dragons they can see as well. Death and anguish. What happened to them, I wonder? Hang on, I'm gonna just go tune real quick. This looks so cool. Ew, this water looks so gross though. Oh. Tainted are its waters, and thy dainty form hath not the capacity to withstand it. I was not thinking about drinking it, so it literally looks like an oil spill. Thanks for the heads up though. Look at these Dargons! Dorgos? I mean dragos?
あなたたちが見ているのは私が渡ってきた星々の記憶よ。再現された末後の光景、私の心に溶け合った終焉を歌うものの一つ。
そんな、彼らの故郷はすでに滅びていると。
ええ、そうよ。あの星にはもう生きてるものは一つもない。空っぽのまま宇宙の隅を漂ってるわ。彼らも命を持たない影胞子、永遠に嘆き続けデュナミスを染めるだけの気候なの。
サンクレットの行方をご存知なのではありませんか。
おかしなことを聞くのね。彼ならすぐそばにいるでしょ。そこにもここにも、この中域のどこにでも。形はなくなってしまって言葉も交わせないけれどね。はあ、嫌悪と不安の味がする。あなたたち、自分がどうしてそこに立っていられるのかちっとも分かっていなかったのね。私、アーテリスに送っている週末と同じにデュナミスであなたたちのエーテルを食らい尽くそうとしたの。まず最初に息もできないのに飛びかかってきたあのサンクレットって人からね。人一人なんて消すのはあっという間だわ。彼は瞬きする間も異形になる余地すらなく消し飛んで。だけどほんの一遍だけ残ってみせたのよ。心、魂、そういう核となる部分。彼はそこでこの後に及んで曇りなく思っていたの。守ると。その思いはデュナミスを動かしていた絶望より強かった。だから逆に侵食されてこの中域が作り変えられてしまったわ。あなたたちが認識できる形に、生命の存在が許された空間に今呼吸ができているのなら、それは彼の魂がまだ消されずに抗っている証よ。いつまで続けられるかは知らないけれ
ど。だったらとっとと用事を済ませるまでだ。
無駄よ。本当の私には届かない。言ったでしょう。ここは思いだけが真実となる世界。多少作り変えられたところでその本質は変わらない。見えているだけじゃ触れられないし、歩いているだけじゃ進まないわ。
くそ。
どうする。ここじゃメーティオンの力はあまりに圧倒的だ。次に同じようなことをされたら。進ませてください。サンクレットはそのために私たちを守ってくれているのです。
Don't say that.
同意見よ。逃げるのも成果のないまま時間切れも
Stop, don't say
絶
that.
対にごめんだわ。
No, there's no way. Soul without body, a form of being with which we are not wholly unfamiliar. Indeed, for we existed in a similar state when residing in the first. The circumstances are rather more dire than that, 'tis true, but I choose to believe he is not forever lost to us. Regardless, in sacrifice he hath afforded us a chance to prevail. Let us not squander it, and ascertain the nature of this realm that we might confront and defeat Meteion. ESTINIEN, Clarissa, would you accompany me in speaking with these dragons? Mayhap they can enlighten us. I would ask the rest of you to survey these surrounds. If there's a path that may lead us to our quarry, we must find it. Very well, we can reconvene here when everyone is finished. Meteion said these dragons are shadow and shade from a world whose denizens sought oblivion. As such, they're not like to be amenable to company, let alone conversation. So please, be careful. Let us split up and gather what knowledge we may. He is fine.
A visitor, not of this star, but thy slender hands bring plague to our world. I breathe extinguished life's feeble flame. Oh, how we would adore thee. Thus, with time our flesh shall wither, our souls fade, and so we wait for its inexorable march into oblivion. Thou art not come to hasten our demise. I bid thee leave us. We crave not companionship, only silence. Beyond that distant veil, paradise lost, so glorious, so beautiful. We were a proud and noble race, strength embodied. We knew only love, for they came. Metal monstrosities of black and silver, no bonds of blood did they share, nor conviction did they have to guide them. A crushing defeat, never had we known such shame. Stilled now are the winds, though none could fill these wings burdened by ignominy. We fly no more, only sink into oblivion. Thou wouldst bid me speak. Folly. I observe the lesson of stone. I shall not fly, nor speak, nor roar, only watch, and wait, and end. But one sight yet stirreth my blood, tempteth me to raise my voice in lamentation. Amnol, the cradle of unsung dragons. No words, no songs are possessed of the weight to describe such tragedy. Go, if that be thy will, I shall remain.
They led you here as well, did they? It was described to me as the source of their woes and proof of their end. I think I'm beginning to see why. It's a hatching ground. Or was. I've seen similar on Etheris. Midgard's kind must have once lived and thrived in a place such as this. Beatrice said his father was driven from their ancestral home by war and strife. This, then, is the fate of those who remained. Let's have a look around. Maybe these eggs have more to tell of what happened. Inside the shattered egg, you find the remains of an unborn dragon. The body has already begun to decompose. The gelatinous, half-dried membrane covering the corpse suggests it failed to emerge. A murky liquid has pooled inside this eggshell. The noxious odor is indicative of contamination. Gingerly lifting a large egg from the viscous mire, you peer inside and see a formless mass soaking in a pool of embryonic fluid. Your stomach turns as you return the egg to its resting place. This egg appears to have been broken from the inside out. Perhaps the dragonette within succeeded in hatching. What's this? I thought all the eggs had been ruined. The dragonette was indeed hatched. There is no sign of it here. Or its sire, for that matter. We should look for them. You start with the cliff tops, and I'll search the plains.
The boisterous howling hath been quieted, by thy hand, I presume.
Everything all right? I thought I heard a dragon, or something resembling one. Ah, I see what's happened here. Was that your child?
Perhaps. Some eggs within Unnal are indeed mine. Life within one did quicken, the beast thou hast slain may be of my blood. Yet I do not recognize it, twisted and malformed as it is. Not a dragon in truth, but a reminder of our failure, testament to our shame.
Explain.
They descended from the heavens, cold, heartless machines, and with them rode war and death. With fire and fury, rage and rancor, they gave answer. It was a long and bloody battle, but only the beginning. Untold chaos and destruction swept over the star. In the end, the invaders were victorious. Yet when they looked upon their prize, they deemed it unfit for requisition. We were abandoned to our ruin. The survivors sought to put away their shame, to rebuild. Futile effort. From purest soil replete with ether did we once cultivate our nesting grounds. But our lands were barren, and any eggs nurtured in such desolation were fated to rot. But few survived to hatch and merge as abominations. We shall have no new progeny.
But there are dragons among you capable of journeying to other stars.
But there are. Many would make the attempt, each bearing a clutch of eggs. The richest stars were home to the harshest rulers, and the arrival of dragons incited contests for supremacy. When the fires faded, the wars lost and won, they too were reduced to ash and waste. It is the curse of those who seek life, be drawn into conflict, conquer, or be conquered. The vicious cycle we now choose to break. We tire of conflict, of everything. We wait now in sweet, merciful silence, free from strife and suffering, still as stone.
Wait, you claim your kind is doomed, but there's another star. They want only to brood in silence, to be left alone with their grief until time itself comes to an end. The sole reward for senseless bloodshed. Pain I understand, and wish that I did not. What fools we were. But now isn't the time for such thoughts. The others will want to hear what we've learned. Come. Were you able to establish any meaningful contact with the dragons? See, there's to escape what they perceive to be a cycle of conflict. Thank you. As for our part, I believe we are more acutely aware of our confines than before. We started by traversing the perimeter of the island to see if there might be a path leading off of it. Sadly, there was nothing to be found. There's no small amount of debris floating about. Could there be enough to serve as a bridge to lead us elsewhere? I considered that, and so I tried throwing a stone onto a potential platform to judge its integrity, but it never reached its mark. As it crossed an invisible threshold just beyond the boundaries of this island, it vanished, only to reappear above me and fall at my feet. I will not be too quick to presume that what we see outside this space is as it appears. Which is why I returned to the Ragnarok and asked the Lopers to search for a potential path. However, the ship's instruments failed to provide conclusive data on the surrounding area. Until we know more, I think it too risky to attempt flying to another island. What Meiteon told us before, that emotions dictate reality here, might be the key, but I'm not entirely sure what emotion might manifest a bridge to lead us to safety. So what you're saying is, we've no way forward. At present, if it is indeed emotion that governs this island, perhaps it is not Meiteon's, but the dragons that holds us here. They tire of conflict and have chosen a path of oblivion to escape it. Or rather, they have chosen no path at all, meaning there is no way for the dragons, or anyone here on this island, to advance. A sound theory, disheartening though it may be. If that is the case, what recourse do we have? They are not like to be persuaded to help us. Their reasoning is built on a history of turmoil and strife, without irrefutable proof that future is not as bleak as they believe it to be. Mayhap persuasion is not the answer. Meiteon meant to unmake us then and there on the Ragnarok, and she would have succeeded if not for Thancred's determination. She conceded it was strong enough to overpower the despair that otherwise rules Ultima Thule and reshape it to a degree. Perhaps it can be done again in the like manner, by overpowering the prevailing emotions. It was Ultima Thule's architect, Meiteon herself, against whom Thancred did pit himself in a clash of wills. Though I marked no leader among them, as such, I did chance to encounter a dragon possessed of despair far more potent than most, potent enough, mayhap, to dictate the course for others, and thus their domain to follow. He spoke but few words, carefully chosen, their tone and timbre alone threatening to render my heart in twain. Challenging his desire to remain may allow us to alter the island upon which we stand. Alas, I fear my vaunted rhetoric availed me not against his calcifying heart, but mayhap one of you will fare better. Then I shall guide thee. I'll end, they call him, in the dragon tongue. Thou will find him nearby, eyes fixed upon the water. Well, what do we have to lose? Let's get going. Yeah, little chicken wings.
「先ほど私が声をかけた時もああして塞いだご様子であまり」
わかった。
So you skipped that
では
last time.
私が。
いい、俺が話す。おい、お前も例によってくたばるのを待っている輩か。そうは言うがな、お前たちの仲間に俺たちの星までたどり着いたやつがいたぞ。そいつはそこで子を返し、子は多くの眷属を成して今なお悠々と蒼天をかけている。 そうだな。奴らは奪われたし、奪いもした。確かにうちの星にもそんな道を選べるやつがいたら、俺は家族を失わずに済んだだろうよ。だがな、本当に平和を願ってるやつはそんな風に何もかも諦めてメソメソとくすぶっていたりしない。理想を持ってぶつかって傷ついて、それでも武器より先に手を差し伸べようとする。そうしてこそ悲しみの連鎖を断ち切れると俺を救った男が命を張って示していた。お前たちのやっていることは高潔でも何でもない、ふてくされたガキの負け惜しみだ。それっぽっちで譲れないものを背負って戦い抜いた俺とこいつを止められるものかよ。
エスティニアン、
近寄るな。こいつがこの場所を行き止まりにしていた思いか。行け相棒。
そんなエスティニアンは
風が吹いてる。動き出したんだ。ここはもう行き止まりじゃない。作り変えたんだ。サンクレットがしてくれたように、彼がエスティニアンが
アルフィノ。
行こう。風の吹く方へ。私たちを必ず先へ導いてくれるはずだ。
It's okay. It's not sad because we're gonna get him back. Powerful gale has delivered you to another island. The other scion should arrive before long. I was worried about Thancred, but now they wouldn't. They wouldn't kill both of them. I was kind of feeling like that might be what happens. They would do like the 1 by 1, all of your allies stay behind, and then it's just you left at the end. He did it. Found a way forward for us. The dragons remained trapped within a prison of their own making, lamenting the horrors of war. Justinian knew them better than most. He was a man of honor and a dear friend, willing to fight to the very end for what he believed was right. And he's still fighting Alphinaud, just like Thancred. Their sacrifices are why we can survive here, why we still have a chance to stop her. Even in spirit, they're unwilling to give in to despair, and we mustn't either. Alice is right. We must press on, for their sake. Literary background too strong to be too. Yeah, no, he's not gone. Neither's Thancred. As Justola and Alice said, we must continue. Notice the change in our surroundings. Perhaps this is a memory of an altogether different world. To be prudent to learn more of it then, but carefully, lest we lose our footing on this land. Or did he say sand? Sand? Land? Land, sand? I love how all the quest names look. Were it not for the violet crystal embedded in its surface, 'twould appear as ordinary stone. A curious script hath been etched upon them. Alas, it is not a language with which I am familiar. I cannot say I recognize it either. Nor I. The dragons, from what I recall, preserve their knowledge in a song and eschew the written word entirely, so we may assume this is the work of another race, one we have yet to encounter. Medyon claimed the dragons would suffer more. Can't read. Look at that enemy back there. So cute. Reading is hard when you're emotional. Medyon claimed the dragon's world suffered a slow death, seeking the release of oblivion. What life we find here, like as not, doth wend its way towards a similar end. What do you suppose that is over there? I'm not sure. It's hard to make out at this distance, but its surface seems to bear the same crystals as this monument. Meaning there's a chance we may find whoever built them both. We should go on and have a look. Come on. Yeah, that's the minion that I saw the other day. Yeah. Ether current. We get to talk to one of them! They're so cute! Dude, so cute. Okay. Oh, okay. Hello? I love this music. I love this music. Hello, travelers. This is a most unexpected occurrence. Oh, hello there. Is this your home?
I will come. Indeed it is. Oh, forgive me, I had forgotten. An exchange of introductions is expected when first meeting those with whom one is unacquainted. When the vibration of vocal folds is still required to convey our thoughts and intention, ea, I believe, was the pronunciation used when referring to our people. Though it is not entirely applicable given our present state, you are welcome to use this appellation. As for nomenclature to address my individual person, I believe it would be pronounced Kofkud? 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 Yes, Kofkud, of the ea.
Oh, bubble pop noise? Okay. We've encountered beings that communicate intermittently through thought, but never one that is wholly without voice. I presume we are having this conversation via the medium of ether, or dynamis as the space is suffused with vast quantities of it. Fascinating in either case.
I gather your response to my presence is positive then. That as well, for there is something I wish to ask of you. Like yourselves, we are ether-beast life forms. Therefore, it may be surmised that your bodies are of comparable biological composition to those we once possessed. I have a number of queries regarding your subjective perception of the five senses: sight, sound, taste, touch, and smell.
Oh my god!
In total, I have prepared 198,712,180,827.
That's rather a lot, isn't it?
Oh, my apologies. I have omitted a great many details necessary to understand the nature of my request. Though we dispensed with our corporeal vessels long ago, we have rediscovered a need for the flesh and have endeavored to recreate our erstwhile forms. However, all pertinent records have been lost through the passage of time. Take, for example, the nervous system. It is well within our power to recreate, but we have no frame of reference for sensations once experienced by our people, which may compromise our ability to interact with our physical environment.
And the reason you need to regain corporeal forms?
Why, to bring it into our existence, of course. Though need is perhaps too strong a word, it would be a simple matter to unmake ourselves through use of etheric exsanguinators, but such a death seems inadequate. The traditionalists among us believe proper death requires an inescapable sense of impermanence in one's final moments, an experience found only with bodies of flesh.
We should very much like to hear more of your plans. In exchange, we will answer any questions you have to the best of our ability.
Such an exchange of information would indeed prove useful. Very well. To ensure...
Isn't that Fuck! I know this word. He's saying efficient exchange, but I don't know how the fuck to say it, so I'm gonna say efficient.
To ensure efficient exchange, I hereby invite you to our home. Yes, the abode of the Ea, where we traditionalists prepare for our demise. I presume your consent to answer questions is indicative of a tacit approval of our plans, in which case your cooperation is greatly appreciated. I must caution you, however, to be mindful of the Ea wandering the desert. The desire for bodies of flesh could be described as overzealous. Now, if you would follow me.
This is going rather smoothly. Not that I'm complaining, mind. Even so, we mustn't forget their aim is oblivion, much like the dragons. Though I fail to see why a civilization so seemingly advanced would choose to unmake all they have created. At any rate, we will find no answers dallying here. Let us be on our way. Literally illiterate. Literally. I'm literally illiterate.
Welcome to our abode. Most of our compeers you will find remain idle in their domiciles? Their quizzical expression indicates my phrasing is unclear. I speak, of course, of the violet crystalline constructs hanging from the stone structures there.
Okay, even my character was like, what are you talking about? You say they remain idle, but what of your work to regain corporeal bodies?
An astute question, and understandable given your finite nature. We have no desire to pursue our research, for it is no longer necessary. If in our idleness we are struck by sudden inspiration, we rise to pursue said inspiration to its conclusion. That is why I was present for your arrival, and why I continue to engage with you still. While the others are not currently in a motile state, rest assured they will not object were you to disturb their respite. You need only cast your thoughts toward one of the crystalline domiciles to communicate.
He's so cute. Am I done? Yeah. I mean, I haven't heard them in a cutscene yet, but I figure because they're like this, you know, like alien feature. I see you over there. They're this like, you know, alien figure, not feature. They probably have like some sort of effect on their voices.
You wish to speak? Very well. Wait a moment, if you would.
No. Boring. Joke. That was a joke, by the way. I'm having a great time.
Why we seek our end, you ask? If you wish to know, I will tell you. Just a moment. I must remember. What form did I take when I last emerged?
A strange moaning comes and goes, but soon fades into silence. Good.
Did your inquiries yield satisfactory responses? I see. If they failed to answer, then it is likely because their minds have unraveled due to prolonged idleness. They are not but concentrated ether now. Right now, there are no others who have needed those lodgings, and they will not provide a hindrance to remain as they are. But more importantly, you said some food did answer your request for an audience, yes? Imagine they will be with us ere long.
I'm about to level up! Do these guys get voice acting eventually? Because I'm really curious as to what they're meant to sound like. They do? Okay. I'm very curious. I had no luck, but everyone else fared well enough. What if you have awakened?
Ah, there they are. May I introduce you to Balak, Udik, and Neneg.
Oh, Mama.
It has been too long, Kafkud. I dare say Sadar 4 has since completed an orbit. Indeed, until the travelers brought it to my attention, I hadn't noticed how unraveled some had become. Travelers? Oh, of course, of course. The ones who wish to know why we seek to regain corporeal forms. The truth of the matter is as plain to see as the neighboring systems, but my single account would fail to satisfy the requirement for scientific objectivity, thus did I bid them awaken you.
Oh, they're all supposed to sound the same, okay. Am I the only one who struggles to tell who is speaking? Nay, thou art not. In the absence of corporeal forms and the divergence they afford may have such similarity in voices unavoidable. Oh, okay, good to know. Oh yes, music is great.
By the way, Kafkud, have you already observed the requisite custom for the travelers? That which one is expected to when receiving guests, a matter of proper form. Ah yes, so long has it been, it had completely escaped my mind. And still does. What was that again? I can't seem to remember. Neither do I. Pity. I was hoping you would. Perhaps we can search the archives for the answer. Come now, Monique. The archives have long been frozen unless we subject ourselves to further endeavor. Sure you can recall that much. Ah, of course. Food. The custom is to serve food. Beings of flesh such as they must regularly replenish their ether. By contributing to their replenishment, we communicate our friendly intention. That's right, that's right! We duly invite you to join us in communal repasts, which we may engage in leisurely conversation.
If we have a chance to learn something, then I see no reason to decline.
Excellent. If you would care to follow, we shall feast you on the purest ether.
Please, God, don't be carrots. Thank you to everyone for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, feel free to leave a like and maybe even press that little subscribe button. A huge thank you to everyone who supports me over on Twitch, and a big shout out to my monthly Ko-Fi subscribers. I would not be able to create content for a living without you guys, so truly thank you from the bottom of my heart. I love you all very much, and I'll see you in the next video and or Twitch stream. Bye bye!